During this video, I will show you the lesson plan progress report. It is found under Lessons, Lesson Plan Progress Report. This will only be available to lesson plan reviewers. I will show you how to set up those permissions toward the end. So if you don't see this link, don't worry about it for now. So Lessons, Lesson Plan Progress Report, and then I can pull up one of our lesson plan reviewers. So in other words, in this case, I'm going to pull up Deborah. And notice that the default dates are a month back. So this is to date, and this is a month previous. But you can change that if you want to, because these are summer months. There's not a lot going on in this particular school. So let's just go back and say from January 18 until, we'll just change this to be February 18th. So we'll be looking at a month of time. And then what that does is it will pull up the teachers assigned to this particular person. So again, I can change, and if I wanted to look at Philip Kelm instead, or Clem instead, notice it shows those teachers and so forth. So let's go ahead and scroll down to a teacher, and let's look at Linda here. What it would do then is, by the way, it lists all the teachers that are assigned to this particular principal. Typically those would be principals. So if I look at Linda, Linda has these courses, and it shows for each of those courses the last time Linda did an update to that course in Lesson Planner. It also shows how many new lessons were added to this particular course in that month. And there's probably going to be a lot of new lessons the first year because you're obviously developing all those lessons from scratch. Next year there'd be far less of this. Lesson updates. This means going into an existing lesson and updating it or editing it. Again, first year this will be small, second year hopefully that's much larger. And then it's saying that language arts, fifth grade language arts, that there were 13 lessons attached to the planner for the month range that we specified, this being from February 18 through March 18, 2013. And then we can go to the next course on down and see for each of those courses when it was last updated, how many new lessons added in for that date range, how many updates in that date range, and how many times a lesson was added to the planner for that particular date range. Again, I can choose different teacher lesson plan reviewers. So Dennis, as an example, is a middle school principal. It would show all the middle school teachers attached to him and so forth. Actually, Bruce, I meant to say. How that's set up from a permission standpoint is if you go to the users database, and let's just pull up Bruce here, who is a middle school principal. And I'm going to go ahead and edit Bruce's record. If I go to Lesson Planner, this particular box here would have to be checked. Once you have that checked, then those individuals that have that checked, when they go to lesson plans, they'll see the lesson plan progress report. This now concludes this instructional video.